And it looked to be a Headhunter Wyvern mix that Lin was playing.
Players' forces are under attack.
Easy last hit so far for the DK. It's going to be a lot about creeping here early on for 1-0. He wants to get as many items and levels as he can. Concealed Hill, normally a pretty difficult map to stack up on. Not many claws available here. So if you get a Ring of Protection at this camp, then you might find yourself under-equipped for the late game.
Players' forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
Lin not even really trying for last hits. He knows he's very unlikely to get them. Gloves of Haste found here. Not as good as the Claws of Attack, but better than the ring for sure. So in the game against Labby, it was 3 Headhunters, and then he stopped production, going into Wyvern. Looks like it's the same build here once again.
A player's forces are
Fast
under
Tech
attack.
into Wyvern, and TC third. And the early game goal for the Farseer is to slow down the Death Knight creeping. Looks like Lin has a good idea that the ghouls might be trying to get up here to the green camp to get some easy XP.
A player's forces
DK can also chase. Oh! Surround! Oh, damn! DK still surrounded! What? It's like a 2-point surround right here. Oh my god. Lin finds a surround out of nowhere. Okay, he does fight out in the end, but that took lots of HP and mana. That is big, still. And more mana forced. And the DK not all that close to level 3. 6 around by Lin right here. Beautiful.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, wait. So in the overlay, it's set the score twice. You know what? That's better. Oh, shit! I was doing things in the overlay. The DK gets killed here with a Hex. Perfect start for Lin. Can't hope for anything better than this. And remember, this is a best of 1. It's a best of 7 clan war, so to speak, between Team China and Team Korea, but the sub matches are all best of 1. If 1-0 loses here, he's out of this King of the Hill. Absolutely phenomenal start here for Lin. Trying to get the red camp now as well, but the DK was Tavern rezzed. There's one Hex. Wyvern right now looking almost untouchable. Oh, slight micro mistake here by Lin, gonna cost him the first Headhunter. But that is one loss after many, many kills. Tier 3 finishing. Should cancel the Wyvern here. For a TC, maybe? Or maybe he doesn't want to. It is double bestiary. It is going to be a full pivot into Wyvern. No more Headhunters soon.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay. Wait, is the ogre dead? No, right? The ogre's still here, I guess. Very, very good early game and mid game for Lyn. Honestly, you can't hope for more. Death Knight is still level 2. That's kind of insane. Hex should be another easy kill. If it was level 2 coil, then with Coil Nova, you could threaten these Wyvern. But with level 1 coil, it's not really an option. And where's the anti-air, by the way? There's like no anti-air. Speed scroll, going for the DK. One Wyvern. Could have been killed by a level 2 coil, but not by a level 1 coil. Speed scroll, though, has been used up. Gotta be careful with those Wyvern. They do lots of damage, but they're also very frail. Alchemist third. We have more anti-air. Then with these Wyvern, gonna try to harass the Acolytes, I guess. Back at home, there's no tower yet. The goal here for Lyn is to, just with these few units, stop the creep from happening, and the Wyvern do damage in the main base. If this backfires and 1-0 gets the camp, then the calculation will not have worked out the way he was hoping.
A player's forces are under attack.
TC third, by the way. That Wyvern might be going down, or maybe not. Wyvern here in the main base. Killing one ghoul so far. Forcing a tower. Forcing a bit of lost mining time. Really, really impressive game by Lyn so far. He did go for Berserker training, by the way. Oh! Now he might pivot back into Berserkers. Seeing the Alchemist, of course. When there's no Dark Ranger, Berserkers are the better option. Man, genius game by Lyn so far. This is not the first time he's done this. He's done this, in fact, quite a few times. But it's so hard to play this well. But yeah, now it's time for Raiders and Berserkers. Amazing game by Lyn. Absolutely amazing. In the end, 1-0 gets the red camp. Finally gets level 3, but it's a 10-minute 30 Death Knight level 3. That is very, very unimpressive. Big item maybe. Ancient Django. That one's quite good. That one's really good, actually. And Lyn is the one here looking a bit low on experience. Didn't creep much at all this game. But army-wise, I would favor him for the late game. Since there is only an Alchemist against Berserkers. Barthalad's Boots. Very poor item here for 1-0. That one will most likely get sold. 2 Wyvern harassing, 1 Wyvern with the army creeping. Man, Lyn is doing this so well. Very impressive stuff here by Lyn. First map of the day. If there's another tower up being upgraded here, then this Wyvern harass should be completely dealt with. 1-0 right now on the chase. Wants to catch the Orc army while those 2 Wyvern are not with them. One Berserker gonna go down here though. And it might be more. The speed scroll doesn't last forever. Lich still has more mana. Lin is playing Ring Around the Rosie here. Not retreating into the main base. I wonder what he's waiting for. On low supply, I would say the Ghoul Destroyer army still does well. But if Lin ever gets to a huge army, like tons of Berserkers with upgrades, I think he should be very favored. He's got 1-1 upgrades so far. He's been hemorrhaging units here, one after the next. Oh, big item. Can it be stolen? Yes, it can! Big invuln taken by the DK. 1-0, certainly not giving this game up yet. Wait. Did I click on the right hero? Yeah. Then also got a big invuln on the other side of the map. Having 2 of those is very valuable. Needs a Shadow Hunter level 3. Good sentry ward here as well. Spotting what's going on with the expo. But 1-0 is going to get the 3rd red camp. That's big experience. That's big items. Then now with the tiny Great Hall going into upkeep. Lots of gold on 1-0, by the way. Level 3 Shadow, just in time. TC also close to 3. Fascia already 3. There should be a solo creep camp for the TC. Oh. I'm not sure if it would have been level 3 for sure, but it would have been level 3 almost for the TC with solo creeping. That seemed like a bit of a waste. 1-0. So much gold. What's he waiting for? Going for some more upgrades. Going for some more items. 1,000 gold just sitting back is not a good idea against this Orc Expo, is it? Lin may be surprised that there's no attack coming towards him for so long. There's 1 peon missing here, by the way.
A player's forces are under attack.
Last creep camp. Almost on the map. I guess we have 1 more green over here. Wyvern continuing again a bit with harass. By the way, the gold mine difference, what is it? It's not that much. It's like 400. Plus the tower, plus the acolytes. 600 gold, maybe. Thanks to the harass. One to 0 is able to build this big army. At least once. Oh, and he's expanding even. Okay, if that expo comes up, he can continue to supply the war effort. That barracks has to be remade. Oh, nice rally on the Berserker. Not just running it into its death. Okay, call Nova, bye-bye. Got an A-bomb even in the mix. Well, that would be the perfect target for the Kodo Beast. In we go with the Stomp. TC getting heavily minus armored with the Orb and the... Oh my lordy! That was minus 7 point something armor. Going for the Alchemist. TC. Invuln's about to be over. Oh, maybe... Actually, maybe not. Because it's a big invul potion here that's lasting for quite a while. TC over to the shop. Heal potion. Saves him. Last second. Great saves here by Lin. But also good escape by 1 to 0. Lots of herd units here getting away, surviving on low hit points. But of course Lin's Expo keeps mining and mining. 70 supply. Big army. So, Undead Expo was taken out. We missed some minutes here. Lin ended up losing the Shadowhunter, but now he's back. Levels are looking indeed quite good for him. Close to triple level 4. Big supply lead on Lin here. Oh my god. Don't tell me that the stream is also going to start lagging and bugging. Can 1-0 do this? Far down in supply. He's got level 5 Death Knight though. He's got strong hero levels. Torn Chieftain in trouble here. He's using the Cloak of Shadows to survive. That's really cool. Being healed up. Getting a kill on the Kodo Beast. But the peons can return to work, get more money again. The Cloak of Shadows again on the TC. Dude, by the way, this TC is melting against the right-click damage. He's so low armor. And there was a Ring of Protection somewhere, if I remember right, that he didn't pick up. TC in trouble again and dead. Destroyer's gonna be taken out though. Raiders in trouble. Mana is low on the Lich. No Nova at the moment. Trying to take out one of the last statues here. Waiting for the end snare to cool down. Catches the statue. That's a big catch. And 1-0 now so low on mana. It's harder for him to go for these nuke plays. He's got one coil only, I think. Actually, he's got more. Because he has the mana potion. No mana pots on the orc side. Lich is dead. The coil was in the air. The arm was risen in the air. But the Lich is gone. And that looks to be game. Without the Lich, there's going to be certainly no chance here anymore. 1-0. Fighting like a lion, though. Considering how bad the early game was, 1-0 was able to stay in this game and keep it competitive for a long time. But this has to be the end. Of course, there's always a little bit of extra stakes on the line and a feeling of obligation when you're not just playing for yourself, but for your country in this China versus Korea clan war. One was trying to get the money for the Lich. Lich, in fact, is back, but it looks like the DK is stuck up here. Surrounded by the wolves and a lot of berserkers. Level 5 in the end on the Farseer. TC, by the way, gonna be back soon as well. 1-0. I wonder if he's feeling a bit frustrated. This game is clearly over. Calling the GG now. And Lin takes the first map.